Hi, welcome to PDQ Q&A. Just want to tell everyone at home that Josh just whispered, "You're a monster." So I think it's a good segue to the beginning of the show because I am.
Thanks.
All right, let's do some questions.
Oh, we're going to try and do this today.
Should we do any questions today, Josh?
Yeah.
I think we need to. And by the way,
them.
when you have questions, post them in chat. Just preface them with the word question. Mm-hmm. That kind of helps us find them. Mm-hmm. Okay. Shall we get started?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Question number 1. PDQ now has products that are competing with themselves. It would be awesome if Deploy, Inventory, Connect, Detect, and SmartDeploy were at least loosely connected. Even better if they were fully connected. Is that something for the future? Sincerely, M. Irving.
That's a really good question. Kelly, do you want to take that? Do you want me to take that one?
You go
Terry,
ahead. You take that one.
All right. So if we think back, like of all these products, they have some overlap, but it's really about choosing the right tool for the job. Mm-hmm. And at PDQ, we want to make device management simple, secure, pretty damn quick. And so part of that is having tools that fit different jobs to be done by a system administrator. At PDQ, we've all had that job. We have these different things to do. So while, there's some feature overlap, the tools are really meant to be used for like, hey, I really want to do imaging. Mm-hmm. And if I have some little overlap in patch management, great, like you can use it. If I really want third-party patch management, right, in Deploy, Inventory, Connect, and there's a little bit in SmartDeploy, that's okay too, because we're really just trying to get tools that are the right tool for the right person for the right job. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Yeah. I hope that answers the question. As far as like integrations in the future, I'm not the person you want to ask there. Mm-hmm. Like that's a product question. But right now, like all of the products have a full featured roadmap, and everything's just kind of moving along down that.
I like it.
So, yeah.
Well done. All right, let's do another one. Question number 2 of the day. I need a way to trigger a PowerShell script on server number 1 when running a PDQ package on endpoint number 1 as a step. Script must be run locally on server 1, not a remote execution. Thank you in advance, Jhead.
I need a trigger script. Okay, hold on. This is taking my brain a second here. So I need to trigger a script on server 1 when running a package on endpoint 1. Okay.
So different machines.
So different machines, and it must be local, not a remote execution. I actually don't have a clean way to do that off the top of my head. All I can think of really is like a invoke command, something like that. But you said not remote, so I'm not sure the best way to get about that. I think that might be a good one for community.
Yeah, chat. What do you guys say?
Anybody in chat? Anybody in Discord help out here? But even PS exec, like you're off and you're remote again.
Yeah, they said not remote.
Yeah.
Let's make it a contest. Come on, community. Let's see. Yep. Schedule task that writes to an event log from the PC, but it said not remote.
I don't know. Huh. That's a great question.
Let's put some pressure on him.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Wait, just while we're waiting, Kelly, just a
Yes.
reminder, we got to send swag to somebody with the Kelly's track attack, by the way.
Didn't I win that?
I mean, no, you totally did. You get all the swag, but somebody also gets swag. So while we're waiting on that, we got to do that.
Yeah, I'll give them the list at the end of like people with the submissions. I'll just have them go through that.
Okay.
Also, I would love to see that question come in through Discord, just because I think the community would really have a fun time like trying to tackle that.
Yeah.
Brig has an interesting thought there.
What does Brig say?
Using Zapier to trigger it.
Yeah, but isn't that then remote?
Could be.
It's the but not remote part of that question that has me like tripped up. And maybe I don't understand the definition of remote in that question.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, if anyone else in the community has an answer to that, you can throw it there in the chat or possibly Discord. But I say let's move on.
Agree.
Okay.
Next question. Hey there, PDQ. Dylan here. I was wondering with SimpleMDM if the devices must be owned in ASM. I work for a school and we get a nice bit of iPads from other sources that mean that they aren't tied to us. I know this is probably Apple being Apple, but was wondering, can SimpleMDM work on these devices? Thanks, Dylan.
Yes, it can. There's a a couple different ways to do enrollment inside of SimpleMDM. So it really just depends on how much control you want over the device. So you can do the bring your own device, right? There's the automated enrollment, and that would be the company-owned devices, the group enrollment or the one-time enrollment, and those are more limited, right? You don't have full supervision. So in your case, you could do the group enrollment or the one-time enrollment. A little more tricky way to do it, but the one that I would probably suggest for you is to do Apple Configurator. And that's you just download the app. So like I downloaded it to my phone. I did it for machines we have here actually. And they're ones that weren't purchased through Apple Business Manager. They were a couple years old. It was the iMac in the studio there. So I just downloaded Apple Configurator, and it's not hard. It's not, I don't want to say it's hard. It's a teensy bit time consuming. That's all. That's a fair statement. And then you just enroll it. And then it enrolls as if you did purchase it through Apple School Manager or Apple Business Manager. And then it kind of mimics the workflow that you would be used to.
Yeah. And if you can't do that, right, you don't want to use Apple Configurator, you can do like the one-time enrollment or group enrollment in SimpleMDM. You're just not a fully supervised device. So it just means you can't do some things. And the list of things you can and can't do, I can never keep straight in my head. But I think you can, that's a pretty quick Google of what does fully supervised mean versus partially supervised.
Yeah, and I think actually Andrea Pepper wrote a blog about this. I'm pretty sure it's on the PDQ site for Apple Configurator, so check that one out.
Cool. Great question.
All right. Moving right along. Next question. Hi. Why do I have to have local admin rights to be able to start deploying inventory? More importantly, what do I need to do to not have to have local admin rights? Are there folders on the main server I can give permissions to for the domain group I'm allowing to run the applications with already? Rostolobov.
Well, I'm pulling up a support article here. It's actually one of my favorite ones. And it's the PDQ Deploy Inventory Credentials Explained. It kind of goes over what account needs what level of permissions. And in the case of the console user, you do need to be a local admin, like you're interacting with machines. You can run tasks on endpoints. So there's not a way to not be a local admin. It's a feature request to take it off. It's not an NTFS permissions thing. It's actually invoking actions on machines admin thing. So not just like a file structure. I think that covers the entirety of the question. Can we put it back up one more time? I want to make sure I get the whole thing. Like, can I not be an admin? No, you have to be an admin. The article I've got on the screen here, I don't know if we can share it, would be a good one.
Well, he wants to be in the domain group. So you're saying it's local admin, not domain admin.
Yeah. It has to be, you don't have to be a domain admin. Like, they're different.
Local admin.
Your account just has to be local admin on the machine running inventory. So you can reduce the scope there.
Yeah. Rachel's getting bored. So if you guys could give some detect questions, she'd appreciate that. Or just security questions in general. So
yeah, I love security questions for sure.
We got to keep her going.
Yeah. All right. I'm assuming that pause means you want another question.
No, I just wanted some dead air for a minute.
Yeah, we'll just sit here.
Because you know how much I love dead air.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Why, after the last upgrade, did today deploy take significantly longer to start on otherwise the same server? The only change is renewed license applied and both deploy and inventory updated to the latest version. Inventory takes about the same time it did, and deploy takes like 2+ minutes now. Another question from Rostolobov.
Ooh, that's a great question.
Why? What happened?
Follow-up question. What version did you go from and to? Second question, what do you have defined in your preferences for deploy? So if I pop this up here in deploy on preferences, if I go to performance in PDQ deploy, then I can start to look at, is it here? I always forget.
You're going to optimize the database, I'm guessing.
You can do that, but there's also I forget where it's at. My goodness. I'm going to go blind. It's where how many actual deployments to keep in the console here. So if you come through here, it's like, how many do you want to keep? And the history, you can come in here, you can remove as many of those as you might have.
Right. Clean it up.
After a long period of time, you might have something like 30,000 deployments in the deployment history.
Makes sense.
that's probably not something that you need to keep, and it's probably just going to slow deploy down even more.
So you think the update didn't necessarily do anything, just clogged it up, maybe?
It's probably, fired off an optimized database command in the upgrade. And if you've got like 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 deployments, something just got stuck there. So let's just get rid of some of that stale data.
Okay. Let's do a casino night, Kelly. That's what they're suggesting. So, yeah.
We did that last year.
I know, they're talking about it. They want another one, it seems like.
Yeah, we had some customers visit our facility, and they did a casino night. I think Tim was a big winner.
I know, that's what Tim says. I just like to throw that out there. I want to make sure you're aware of all the fun stuff they want to do. So,
You're just going to pick stuff out?
yeah, I'm like the Julie Twos. Who watched The Love Boat? You're too young for The Love Boat. But
I did.
Love Boat, the Love Boat. Oh my God, I'm singing again. Watch out. Okay. More questions. Sorry, I'll stop singing.
I thought we were safe.
Nope, never safe, Josh. Never.
You should know that by now, Josh.
Yeah.
And I am trying to keep up with your questions. Have a lot of them.
Power Burner knows it. Power, yes.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch? Did you Love Boat and then Fantasy Island? Because Fantasy Island was kind of, like really sketchy. No, you didn't. Because you're
I did
old.
not. Nope.
Captain Steubing. Mike did. Yeah.
All right, let's get to another question,
I'm
please.
just waiting for the questions.
Okay, well,
The plane. Mike did. See?
All right, here we
tattoo.
go. Boy, Tara's like squirrel today.
I know.
Squirrel,
I am.
squirrel. All right, why is PDQ now spamming customers, begging for reviews in exchange for payment? This is not a good look. Sincerely, I'd rather not.
Oof, I'd rather not. I want to know the emails you're getting. I've got like personal thing in here. Like an email, asking for a review. Great. But if it's a spam, let me know. Reach out to me directly.
And I can kind of talk to you about this as well. I'm assuming they're probably talking about something that came from G2. And, from a marketing perspective, we understand that reviews are valuable in providing information to other people evaluating a product. Okay. Understanding how someone else might be using it, their experience, is really something that is good. Now, a lot of times we also recognize the fact that your time is extremely valuable. And so when you take time out of your day to do a review, we actually do like to kind of give you a little bit of compensation or spiff you a little bit. So it's not anything nefarious. We're just trying to help, spread that word. And like Josh mentioned, if you're getting a ton of them, that's a mistake.
Yeah.
We never want to be spamming. We are very careful with that. But if you are getting a lot, please let us know. But the reason we do it, we're just trying to help potential customers get a better understanding of our product from people that actually use it.
Yeah.
Fortress missed the pre-show, so he could still have a little respect for me.
All right.
I have more respect for you now, Tara.
All right, Kelly, let's get to another question, shall we?
Okay, next question. Looking to execute multiple packages in sequence. It seems when I add multiple packages to a deployment, they run concurrently instead of sequentially. Sincerely, Michael M.
Ooh, yeah, I can show this one here.
Let's do it.
Let's show this one in deploy. So the behavior you're probably seeing, right, is if I select, all of these packages here, and I, say deploy now, right? And I have them all selected, and I pick a bunch of targets. Yeah, they're all just going to fire, but not necessarily in a specific order based off of concurrency and total target count. So if you want things to go and walk in a very specific order, what we want to do is we want to use this nested package step. And then we want to pick packages in order. Maybe I want 7-zip first, then I want a PowerShell step to do a thing, and then I want to run another package that's something like uninstall 7-zip because I'm crazy. And that's how you can get things to walk down in a very specific order rather than just selecting all of your packages at once.
Or if you need to take a step in between, you could add that if you want, like you want to restart in between.
Yeah, you can
for whatever reason.
you can build an order here in whatever you want. And you can get kind of fancy with conditions, right? You can say, for this one specific step, only do it if this file, this registry, if it exists in an inventory collection, which is my favorite.
Okay.
Because this file and registry thing in deploy is cool, but once you combine it with inventory collections and all of the logic you can do there, you can get really fancy with do this, but only if in this situation.
Okay. Cool.
Excellent. Okay, next question. I'm trying to convince my boss/company to budget for Detect. We have Connect. What one significant difference of Detect over other similar vulnerability scanners would you provide them? Sincerely, Maria.
Ranch, it's go time.
I am
you're
so excited to answer this question. Yay. This is a really good question because this is something that I deal with in my role as well. When we were evaluating vulnerability scanners for PDQ, I had to justify to Josh which one I wanted and why. And so I definitely get that. Why would you choose Detect over another product? Well, for one, you said you're a Connect user. We do have integrations coming down the roadmap. And so I definitely stay tuned for that because that will add a lot of value to Connect, being able to see your vulnerabilities in there and deploy the patches. I'd also say with Detect, one of the really, really important driving points of Detect is prioritization. One big difference that we noticed between Detect and other vulnerability scanners was other vulnerability scanners will show you every single vulnerability listed in detail. So each CVE will have its own listing for each device.
Ooh, can we show this, Jake? What kind of Ranch is talking about is like this equivalent of a risk report here.
Yes.
Right, where it's just like everything in it is just thrown at you. This one is very small because there's like 3 computers in this instance here.
Yeah. So this won't, it definitely, wouldn't be as impactful as if we showed like our own environment, but we're, obviously not going to do that. But essentially, for example, if you're looking at something like Tenable, you'll see each of those individual devices listed with a vulnerability for each one. And so what we're doing in Detect is we're grouping those CVEs by software and by device. So, let's say you need to update VMware tools to the latest version. You could have multiple CVEs listed for that and multiple devices. But instead of seeing that listed, 5 times 20 CVEs listed for VMware, right? You're only seeing one listing for that. So it makes it really easy for me to send that over to my sysadmin and say, hey, can you update this package for these devices?
Yeah. And the remediation report being prioritized of most impactful to least impactful, like getting the most bang for your buck, is something that is pretty unique in that Volt scanning world. And that's my win.
And it's a big time saver. I mean, alone with us implementing this into our own SOC, we've saved so much time because not only do I not have to group those applications together, I also don't have to take a ton of time to decide what should we fix first. And I can only imagine that will be easier with the Connect integration. So I definitely, hang on for that if you feel like, that's, the prioritization isn't a big enough sell yet. But yeah, I'm definitely really excited for that Connect integration. And I love the prioritization in Detect.
Me too. We had a question for you, Ranch. I'm happy you're here.
Excellent.
Thank you.
All right, moving on. Is there a way to start an AD sync in PDQ Inventory from the command line? Or will there ever be an integration between DNI and SmartDeploy to fire off deploy packs after the imaging process? Sincerely, Micah.
Let's see. I'm going to show everyone. I don't remember if it is off the top of my head. So I'm going to, if you run PDQ Inventory /help, it will... If I open it as an admin, let's do, right, I don't know why it's
Mike
not
just
right.
put it right there, Josh.
Yeah, there it is. Sorry. PDQ Inventory AD sync /start sync. But you can run the help context
To find it.
of both deploy and inventory, and then you can take action based off of those based on, what you want to do. So for the first part of your question, yeah, you can do it from the command line there. For the second part of your question, in SmartDeploy, what you could do is one of those like post-task sequence things. You could actually have it be like an invoke command to PDQ Inventory or PDQ Deploy to start a package. I think there's a blog post on it. I can find it. I don't remember who wrote it, but it's basically it's calling deploy from another machine.
Okay.
Okay, moving on. A question from Ryan C. Would there ever be a possibility of having the option to select a schedule within PDQ Deploy of Patch Tuesday? I think that would be really handy to help with scheduling automatically as soon as the patches are live.
That would be. Chad, are you listening? Do we have the Patch Wednesday this week?
We
by
do.
The way?
I just realized we forgot Patch Wednesday.
So
probably-
in Deploy, like a Patch Tuesday, like are you talking about like maybe a second Wednesday of every month, like immediately after? I'm not sure if you're in Discord, but Owen has hinted at the immediate trigger that's coming in Connect. So that's something that is kind of coming down the line. So as soon as there is a new version available, it can immediately push. So that would fit it there.
Mike makes a good point, though. Why would you want to? Don't you want to give it a buffer? Like, what if it breaks a bunch of crap? I mean, I guess there's different approaches.
Yeah. No, different strokes, different folks.
Yeah, request it.
Whatever you wanna do.
Why not?
Yep. So no, there's not like a trigger that is a Patch Tuesday specifically in Deploy. You could go build a schedule that was like the second Wednesday of every month.
No.
And then set your packages to an immediate download approval.
Yeah. That's what I actually have in the web.
Yeah, I think the default 7 days to download a new auto download package. So if you switch it to immediate and then just, as soon as the device is in old, all of it should kind of sync out that way for you.
And speaking of those packages, before we finish, we'll go through the new packages that we have
Okay.
since Patch Tuesday.
You let me know whenever you're ready.
All right, next question. I was wondering if it would be possible for PDQ to check for Windows updates from our WSUS server instead of the Microsoft Update server using the PS Windows Update package. Thank you, R. Young.
I'm pretty sure that it uses the configured update source.
So you can pick it.
Well, no, I think it's in the script that the PS Windows Update Force uses whatever the device's configured WSUS is.
Oh, I got you.
Right.
Or whatever your registry is pointing at as work.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could be wrong though. I don't remember.
It overwrites the WSUS registry, says Fortress.
Well, we got conflicting stuff in the chat. So I guess you can fire up the script. You can look inside of. You can download the package, go to your repository, open up the PowerShell script, see what it's doing there.
Moving on.
Chad says you can modify the script to point to WSUS instead of external. We should probably go with what Chad says.
Yeah, Chad knows.
Chad knows his stuff.
Yeah.
Definitely. And our next question, when will we be able to see all of our products in one main portal? Different logins for different portals and separate tickets is a pain in the what? Just drop.
Yeah, we get it.
They're coming.
It's coming.
I can't tell you a date, but it's coming. Portal.pdq.com. You can see some products there. More are coming. That is kind of the direction it's going. I just can't say it'll be done by this date.
It's a priority. They know.
Yeah.
They're listening. But they don't give us a date, so we can't give you guys a date, but they know. Thank you for telling us, though.
Okay, next question. Is there a way I can get a report of what PCs have MS Quick Assist enabled and then a job to disable it? EUSA.
I'm sure there's a way. I don't actually know how to find out if Quick Assist is enabled. I'm assuming it might be something like maybe you can run a PowerShell command to return if it's enabled or not. Do that as a PowerShell scanner in inventory. Return that object back, create a dynamic collection based off of its results. Maybe it's a registry key where 1 is enabled, 0 is off. Same thing, go get a scanner to look for it, and then build a collection around, I have it enabled or not. Then you've got your targeting set. And so then now you can go with the package to do the inverse of whatever it is you were just looking for.
Yeah. Mike says chat him in Discord.
Yep. Cool.
We got a lot of questions.
Yeah, there's still more questions.
Okay.
We may end up doing a speed round.
All right.
See how fast we can go through these. Another question from Just Rob. Will PDQ ever do a conference or meetup for users and staff? Spikesworks used to run an awesome conference, and I missed that meetup.
Just Rob, we miss you. I think we should. We actually have talked about it.
PDQ, people have talked about PDQ Con, like doing something like that.
Yeah, we would love to have something here at the building and just hang out with you guys. So it's definitely something we've discussed. Do we have a date? No, but are we in discussions? Yeah. Is that a good answer, Kelly?
Yeah, we think about things.
We talk about you guys all the time.
We talk about stuff and think about things.
That's right.
Great.
No, I mean, to be honest, this is something that we have brought up for a number of years. It's just a matter of getting the critical mass in order to do it. We did a little bit of that last year. We did have some customers come in and did the casino night. And so we kind of dipped our toe in that pool, something that we are definitely considering more of in the future.
Yeah.
All right. Question coming up from Mike B. If I have both inventory and deploy open and I right-click a computer in inventory and choose tools/deploy, why does it take so long to make the connection and bring up the deploy info?
That's a great question. Probably what it is you've got a ton of information, either scan history, deploy history. We've done a handful of webcasts on performance tuning for deploying inventory. Right, of what's the best thing to do in there. I'd suggest go watching one of those videos and then seeing where you're kind of out of whack from those. I also think that there's a knowledge base article out there on performance tuning for deploying inventory as well.
Okay, a few questions still in the queue. What is your favorite color and why is it PDQ Detect Purple? Sincerely, Bogdan.
Bogdan likes the purple, huh? Do you like the purple?
You know, I'm a pink person, Bogdan, but you know what? Purple is second favorite. So
No, I like the purple.
I like the
I
purple.
do like the purple.
I do like the purple.
It's the perfect color, purple.
Yeah.
I do like it. Oh, wait, that's Bogdan's thing.
Yeah.
It is a good color, though. I like
It
it.
is a good color. It's great.
Oh, Dom will kill you if you don't dish it.
All right, our next question. Any update on an ETA other than midterm for PowerShell Scanner and automatic triggers coming to Connect? Adam L.
Have they updated that?
I swear I saw Owen post something in Discord this morning about automatic triggers. I'm just not brave enough to go live scroll Discord on the webcast.
I'll look really quick. Don't open it. Don't touch anything.
Yeah.
It's in the Connect channel.
Sure. I don't remember where I saw it. It was like the more like morning coffee consume what's happened in the last, 18 hours.
Do you look in Discord?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I just lurk.
So you're a lurker. You don't
lurk.
actually talk.
Oh, yeah, I
you
lurk.
just okay. Well, now I know. I'm going to leave little Easter eggs to see if you notice. Oh, there it is. Okay, stage
Josh
deployment.
notices everything, especially in Slack. He's got his finger on everything.
Don't spill my secrets.
Oh, sorry. Josh doesn't actually know anything.
Well, if you want to be an early tester, you should DM Owen. That's what you guys should all do if you want to find out this new stuff.
Owen is screaming at you right now.
Yeah,
No.
you're
Well,
a
we put it in
monster.
Discord.
I know.
Okay.
Let's hit another question while Tara looks for that.
Yep.
What is the latest on automating import of stuff from DNI to Connect? Sincerely, Just Rob.
I don't know. I hate to answer that question that way, but I just don't know. The latest on that one, I haven't kept up with it. Have you?
I haven't heard anything. Nothing that I've read
Sorry.
comes out.
Valid answer. If you don't know, you don't know.
Sorry.
Josh, I don't see it. I see automatic trigger. I see stage deployment. I see bandwidth settings. I don't see that.
Okay.
I'll keep looking
Keep
as
looking.
you answer those.
Next question. We have 3 left. I think we're going to make it. PDQ is saturating our SD-WAN, and we are trying to limit how much it is pushing. But the limit bandwidth setting is not clear what it does. Can you provide info?
Ooh, we should do a video on that one. Let me look and see if this Connect instance we have has that setting enabled right now. I don't remember if it does. Setting bandwidth. Okay.
He does talk about that.
So if we turn this on with stage deployments, right? It's how many per address you can do at a time. So this is like if current office has an IP address of 1.1.1.1, right? I only want X amount of deployments to happen to that one address at a time. So if I have 100 devices behind it, and I say 3, then 3 devices at a time are going to get that, is the way that I understand this. So with SD-WAN, you might need to enter multiple different IP addresses depending on how you have it set up there.
And I just got a message from Mark. He says, we're building a tool right now to help with migrations, but we don't have an ETA.
Okay.
Love it. Ooh, and if that question was about deploy and not connect, hammering your bandwidth. One thing that I have seen in deploy is if you've got like a broken repository path. So if we come back here and your repository path is broken, like it can't get there, the way that deploy downloads files is they start to download to temp first. And when they're in temp, it deploy does an integrity and signature check on the file. And then if it can't move it to the repository, then that sometimes will cause a subsequent another download. So you'll want to go see if deploy somewhere has got a broken repository and it's just sitting there downloading over and over.
Okay. So check Discord though if you're having that bandwidth issue, because he does talk about that, and there's some solutions in there. They are discussing that exact issue you just talked about.
Yep.
And we have a connect, detect sort of question. If we're currently Connect customers and want to use Detect now, would we be able to migrate to the built-in version and Connect once it's available? Adam L.
You know, I think that's a good question to engage with the sales team.
Well, you know, it is a good question for sales, but I have engaged with our product team to answer this. And I think there's some really important things to understand here about the quote unquote Detect integration into Detect. Into Detect into Connect. Sorry. It's not really an integration. What we're doing is giving vulnerability scanning functionality to Connect. So it, as Mark says, it will just work. But essentially what that means is that there won't be another agent that you need to install. The Connect agent will be doing it all. And from Connect, you'll be able to see your vulnerabilities and deploy the patches. So since it's not really like a one-to-one situation where we're there's no real integration, there's not going to be a way to migrate. So yeah, maybe talk to sales a little bit about that. But yeah, just keep in mind that it won't be an integration. It will be like a new feature.
Cool.
Inside of Connect.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
Final actual question, and then we'll get into our package Wednesday real quickly. I haven't used PDQ in a long time, but my new job has enterprise. I'm currently doing a Windows Server patching with PS Windows Update. Is this the most preferred method? Douglas W.
Sure.
That's what most people use, yeah.
It depends on your environment. I think so. That's just going to use a configured update source. So that's what I would use. But there are so many different ways to go about that. So let's get into the package Wednesday.
Yeah, we've got some package Wednesday. There is our big old pile of packages. Chad, the librarian. That is just like the most studly picture ever.
It really is.
Right there.
Look at Chad.
And he dresses like this every day.
That is so cool.
It is impressive. Here's a list of some of the new packages that we have this time around. Node.js, Draw.io, Remote Desktop, Azure, Repair Microsoft .NET Framework. And Josh, if you want to jump in and talk about any of these specifically, feel free. Uninstall PDQ Connect Agent, update Microsoft Office, and update Microsoft Office and enable automatic updating. So list of the new packages that you get to kind of play with. This happens the Wednesday after Patch Tuesday, each and every month.
Love it. That's such a great way to end this webcast.
It really is. I like how Just Rob said, Chad is such a Chad.
Yeah.
I actually thought this was Patch Tuesday, and so I got really excited because I thought we were going to talk about vulnerabilities.
We can talk all about vulnerabilities next week, Ranch.
Okay.
The whole time. It'll just be all you. Ranch is going to be here next week.
My time to
It'll
shine.
be security webcast. It's going to be amazing, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And Josh is so excited that he won't be there.
I won't be here. All right. Thanks for joining us, everybody. For PDQ, I'm Josh.
I'm Tara.
Thank you for joining our webcast today. Congratulations, Maria S. and Michael M. Y'all just won some PDQ swag, okay? So send me your mailing info at webcast@pdq.com. We'll get some goodies out to you. If you like what you've seen, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Leave us your comments. We love those as well. Have a great week. We'll see you back here next time.